We resume play here with Terrell at the free throw line for Creighton, and he missed. And Achuil sails in for the rebound. This game is tight. 50 apiece.
And McClure's got the ball now.
McClure drives
How about
and scores. He's been terrific.
So they took Thomas and LeConte and they put him in the corner, and they allowed McClure to operate one-on-one. Excellent adjustment out of the timeout.
First lead for Baylor since it was 5-4. Creighton had a lead of 12 at one time in the second half. It's gone. Terrell leans in, and that's going to be a foul on Baylor's big Joe Achuil, his third.
Let's go back and watch this play out of the timeout. Look in the left corner. LeConte is occupying Kyrie Thomas. McClure's got the one-on-one. He's red hot. So he's going to take the freshman off the bounce to the rim. And that's like a quarterback looking one side of the field and going to the other side. Well done.
19 points for King McClure. That's a career high. Yeah, they thought his career was over a couple of years ago because of a heart condition.
It's
right. It's amazing he's even playing here tonight, let alone playing as well as he is.
Exactly. Before his freshman year, they did a lot of tests, and he's very fortunate. How about this crowd? Let's just watch.
Maston for three. Creighton ball. Do you like T.J. Maston taking that shot?
No. I think they could have got that shot later in the clock. I might have bounced it once or twice if I were him. Maybe get a little closer. Can they get the ball to the paint like they did in the first half?
Terrell, the floater. Tipped out. New shot clock.
Great play by Crumple, the tip out.
Foster, his three won't go. And Omad sails in for the rebound.
Excellent job by Creighton to get back all five. LeConte had nowhere to go.
Creighton's got 3.5 minutes without a field goal.
This is the matchup because LeConte is the go-to guy, and though he's been shut out tonight, he's got to take over at some point.
Maston's
Look at this.
Try again.
Look at this.
And then he hits this time.
Much better rhythm on that shot, I'll say that.
And Foster gets a 2 on the baseline. 1-point game. Under 2 to go.
Let's keep your eye on this matchup at the point.
LeConte around the pick. Maston gave it a moment's thought. Off the window from closer range.
This kid can score buckets. He's about 10 pounds heavier than he should be, but he's the old man at the park and it gets you buckets when it's point game.
Man, he's given Scott Drew some great minutes here in Kansas City. Foster step back three. They need it. No. And guess who with the rebound? T.J. Maston.
Who is sucking wind right now. Scott Drew's got 2 timeouts left. It wouldn't be a bad idea soon to call one just to give this team a blow.
50 seconds on the clock. Achuil. It rolls in. 5-point lead for Baylor.
Not calling timeout.
Alexander to a wide open corner. Foster had it halfway down. That's going to be against Alexander. 33 seconds to go. Baylor can add to its lead at the line.
Scott Drew trying to win his 5th in-season title in 15 years. Last year they went to the battle for Atlantis. They knocked off a heavily favored Louisville. And after a very poor first half, have made some great adjustments.
This is a veteran team, Fran, and down the stretch, the senior, Terry Maston, with some key shots.
Absolutely. Young man out of DeSoto High School. one of the top programs in the state of Texas. One thing about TJ is he can always score you some buckets. And then how about Big Joe Luau-Achuil getting it done off the pass from Maston down the stretch. Watch those guys suck and win.
2 of the 4 seniors, though, getting it done for Scott Drew. It's not a deep team, but it's a veteran team.
Absolutely. And I'll go back, and we've said it a number of times in the second half. It was a Swiss cheese zone in the first half. And they made the adjustments, and they took the ball out of the low post, and they forced jump shots.
And those jump shots haven't been going for Creighton, especially from 3.
Well, it's counterintuitive, but the true reality is you don't want to shoot jump shots against a zone exclusively, especially a zone that puts 4 defenders with length on the three-point line.
And LeConte is absolutely terrific, hardly ever misses at the line, gets him to go 61-54. 3-second differential between game and shot. Creighton doesn't have a lot of time here. Biggest lead for Baylor tonight.
See where the defense is? Way out.
Thomas has to have it, doesn't get it. Omot, the rebound. And Alexander, another foul. And Baylor will go back to the line with 21.8 to play.
Boy, what a change of momentum, right?
Well, Creighton has missed its last 15 shots from 3.
Okay. And that's because when we talked about this the whole night, we said, how do you beat the zone? You run against it, you get it inside. There's been no transition, there's been no easy baskets, and they're not going to make shots consistently versus this length.
The Kenyan-born Nuni Omot at the line, knocks it down, another one coming. This is a Baylor team that it appears is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Big 12 and maybe beyond this year again.
I said today, I think the Big 12 is the best conference in college basketball because there's 7 or 8 out of the 10 teams that can get to the NCAA tournament.
Alexander hurries down the floor and scores. And a timeout, Creighton.
When you look at the other leagues, they're like 2 leagues in one. The SEC, the ACC, the Big East. Well, the Big East has 10, but the Big 10 has a lot of teams. In the Big 12, there's only 10 teams. And how about this? Bill Self told me a couple weeks ago, everybody thinks Kansas dominates the league. Since he arrived at Kansas, 11 of the 14 teams that have been in the Big 12 have been to the Sweet 16 and beyond.
And here in the Sprint Center, that's where the Big 12 tournament will be played again this year. Baylor has never won it. But, you know, this is a team you can see. This is a tournament-like setting we've seen here in Kansas City the last couple of days. This team has a lot of guts, and maybe this is their year. Who knows?
Well, it's going to be. They're not going to have the depth that's going to catch up with them. But I'll tell you this: Creighton won't see a better defensive team zone-wise all season, and I think Creighton's got a chance to be really good as well in a very tough Big East.
Well, on your Thanksgiving morning, start your day with First Take at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. They're going to get you ready for all 3 NFL games, plus preview college football's big rivalry weekend. First Take also streaming live on the ESPN app. 63-56 Baylor with 17 seconds to go. The press by Creighton. LeConte breaks through it with relative ease, and then the foul by Alexander. The scoring by half is quite a story.
Well, it was a game of adjustments. We said that before the half. We said it right out of the half. You know, you and I talked during halftime, and we both agreed, let's see what Scott Drew does to adjust to what was a very potent Creighton offensive game plan. And they took the ball out of the paint, and they forced jump shots.
Well, McClure, 19 points so far, 15 in the second half. And you pointed that out early in the second half. That's the guy they've got to go to take some pressure off LeConte.
Yes, because all these Baylor players who stick around for 4 or 5 years, eventually They got to become go-to guys, and it's his turn right now.
Ballack hits the three. A little too late for him. I mean, he didn't have the impact tonight that we saw yesterday against UCLA.
Because he was playing against man-to-man defense, and a defense that, quite frankly, yesterday wasn't very good.
Ballack, the steal. He'll throw it up. And there's 1 second left. Boy, you got to like the effort of that kid.
Oh, yeah. I like the effort of this Creighton team. They've got great wing players, 2 really good freshmen, and this will be a lesson learned tonight.
Baylor is 5-0. Scott Drew and the Bears win the Hall of Fame Classic here in Kansas City, taking the championship game over a very good Creighton team, 65-59.
Scott Drew, since the beginning of last season, is now 20-1 in the non-conference, including some really big-time wins. And this one was a good win over a good basketball team.
Both of these teams, NCAA tournament teams, almost a lead pipe cinch that'll be the case.
They sure looked like it.
McClure, a career-high 19 points. Big Joe Lual-Achuil, 15 points, a career-high 15 rebounds. So he gets the double-double. It was not an overall great shooting night for Creighton. 34%, 5 of 30 from the field as they really struggled against that zone. Coming up next, Sports Center. For Fran and the crew on play, we say so long from Kansas City as Baylor celebrates their tournament championship.
All right, straight into Sports Center after Baylor and Creighton. Scott Drew's highlighting team. Look at their dress like highlighters. They win again. They'll be back probably Big 12 tournament over there. This is the really good stuff tonight.